In this lesson, we're going to talk about how an attacker might bypass your surveillance systems. Now, surveillance systems are designed to monitor and secure an environment, whether that's a retail store, a secure facility, or even your home. These systems are crucial for ensuring the safety of your people and maintaining the privacy of your data. However, just like any other technology, surveillance systems are not infallible. A determined intruder might attempt various techniques to bypass or disable your surveillance system in order to avoid being detected. So let's dive into some of the different methods used by attackers to bypass your organization's surveillance systems, like visual obstruction, blinding sensors and cameras, interfering with acoustics, interfering with electromagnetics, and attacking the physical environment. First, we have visual obstruction. A visual obstruction is a simple yet effective way to bypass video surveillance by blocking the camera's line of sight. This is a simple technique, and it usually involves spray painting or foaming over a camera lens, placing a sticker or tape over that lens, or positioning objects like balloons or umbrellas in front of the camera to block its view. Second, we have blinding sensors and cameras. Now, this method involves overwhelming the sensor or the camera with a sudden burst of light in order to render it ineffective for a limited period of time. Devices like high-powered flashlights or lasers can be aimed directly at the camera lens to temporarily or permanently disable it, while heating up a room could be another effective way to blind a sensor that relies on infrared radiation. Third, we have interfering with acoustics. Now, some sensors are specifically designed to listen to the environment in order to detect if somebody is in the area or to eavesdrop on their conversations. An attacker might play loud music or loud sounds to drown out conversations or other crucial audio cues to be able to bypass one of these acoustic or sound-based systems. This can also involve using specialized jamming devices to emit frequencies that are used to disrupt the microphone's functionality and employing white noise machines to mask sounds within an environment. Fourth, we have interfering with electromagnetics. Now, electromagnetic interference, or EMI, involves jamming the signals that surveillance systems rely on to monitor the environment. For example, if you're using a wireless surveillance setup, electromagnetic interference or jamming is really effective here and can take down your entire system. Some attackers will also use EMI generators or jammers to disrupt the radio frequencies these systems are using to communicate, or they can target a specific frequency that's being focused on for detection, such as the Wi-Fi frequency band if the organization has a no wireless device inside the building type of policy, like some high security and military environments do. Fifth, we have attacking the physical environment. The physical environment attacks are going to exploit the environment around the surveillance equipment to compromise their functionality. For example, an attacker could increase or decrease the temperature of the room to trick an infrared sensor. Or, if the surveillance system isn't equipped with backup power, the attacker could target the system's main power supply to disable the entire system by physically unplugging the devices, tampering with power boxes, or even sabotaging the local transformers that feed power into your building. For an even more drastic and dangerous physical environment attack, an attacker could actually start a fire, which will distract attention from the intruder's main objective of gaining access to the facility, but also they could potentially damage surveillance equipment in the process. Note though, this approach will cause significant harm and it is fully illegal to conduct because it is classified as arson. But an attacker is already a criminal and they may not care about that. Now, in addition to these methods, physical tampering like cutting wires or physically disabling devices remains a crude but effective strategy. However, it does require the intruder to be close to the device, which can be risky. So you may be wondering, how can I stop these kinds of attacks against my surveillance systems? Well, all the methods I just talked about may make it sound like bypassing surveillance is really easy, but in modern systems, they're often equipped with countermeasures to help protect them. For example, some surveillance cameras come equipped with tamper alarms that will notify security personnel if somebody attempts to physically tamper with those cameras. Some surveillance systems are also equipped with backup power supplies or uninterruptible power supplies in order to counter power-based attacks. Other advanced surveillance setups may also employ encrypted frequency hopping signals to guard against jamming and eavesdropping attacks that an attacker might try to do. So remember, understanding how surveillance systems can be bypassed is crucial for cybersecurity professionals that are looking to protect their organization's computing environments. While no surveillance system is entirely foolproof, being aware of potential vulnerabilities and continuously updating and refining your systems can really significantly reduce your risk and ensure a higher level of physical security for your organization.